Was there any difficulties that you had implementing tech into Cultural Arts Fest, like getting payment processing up and running or anything like that? Did you have any big struggles?
No, I think it was really because first of all, we had Stripe, and then when we really realized we needed to take online donations, we looked for the companies early on that were doing it. It did cost a lot of money then because they were beginning just like we were trying to search a simple way to take money online, because initially it was just checks or cash.
Right.
And mail it in. And then came the digital age where you basically if you don't get on the bus, you're going to miss.
And you would have missed out, but luckily you didn't, right?
No.
Yeah, the other tech piece that I was thinking of for you is actually the way we first connected was it TechSoup? Is that the platform?
Yeah.
You had a QuickBooks Desktop subscription.
I did.
And then they said, no, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yep, and you had to get a QuickBooks Online subscription, right?
Yes, well, TechSoup is Microsoft and some of the bigger companies use to donate their programs to, so that they're not inundated with small people like me. So they have organized TechSoup so that a nonprofit can go and look online and see what programs might be available at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
You have to prove that you're a nonprofit, but once you've done that, you can download, Microsoft or whatever program you're looking for. And so to have that means that you have an organization that's got all this. It's like a one-stop shop. You can go and find what you're looking for. We started with QuickBooks Desktop because we didn't have a secure online. Okay. And so by using just desktop, nobody could break into our finances.
Right.
Security. And so that's what we did for a while.
Yeah. And then what was the transition like? Because I know I was there with you during the transition to desktop. Yeah? Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. What scared you about it?
Well, I know you think I'm really techie, but I'm not really techie.
You think you should give yourself some more credit.
And it was just like, there is all this data that we have from the beginning of the organization. What if I press the wrong button and it all went away? There's it's possible to rebuild it because we have it all in paper, but what a job that would be.
Right.
So I really wanted your support to say, you do it, because it was much more your world than mine.
But yeah, the transition to QuickBooks Desktop, it's for that, like the trust that you've placed in me. I've certified in QuickBooks and taken the time to really learn that. And so the fact that I can take the concern and the fear that was bottled up in that transition for you and make it a little bit smoother and a little bit easier to stomach, it was very rewarding for me. Because not only did I help a business or an organization grow and develop, but I helped a business or an organization that is very close to home. I'm a big arts person, and so I got to help you, who's fostering the thing that I love, do a thing that was very scary and to you, but not scary to me. Which is a superpower that I have, and it's the reason I love working with nonprofits, because that's a superpower that I have that most nonprofit owners don't, and they shouldn't have it.
Well, I'm glad you have the superpower because the desktop also was a nonprofit version, and that when we downloaded it, or you downloaded it, it wasn't the nonprofit version. Yeah. So it was like, for me, it was squirrely. It was like, oh my heck, I don't know where I'm going.
The first month was like, hey, I need to run this report. Where do I go?
Where do I go?
Yeah, what do I do?
I couldn't find where to run the report. But,
Even with Google search and everything, it was like, okay, well. And what's funny is a little peek behind the screen, but there were some questions you asked me where I was like, I don't know. and so I Googled it and I did some research and was like, okay, I think I figured this out. So we're good.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of like good project work in your books. I'm not gonna inside baseball for everybody, but like the work with classification that we've
Yes,
done,
yes.
and the small adjustments to how we handle things,
Yeah.
and the sort of the readiness
Yes.
that we've applied to the
Yes,
books
yes.
is awesome. And for example, do you remember how many days it took us to close May?
Yes.
It was like 1, 2.
2 days.
2 days, yeah.
2 days.
See, with the
2 days.
with the external reconciliation.
Yes, with the
2
external
days,
reconciliation.
which is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is a lot of nonprofits don't even close their books on a quarterly basis. So like that's like amazing.
I have always believed in closing them monthly, so you know where you are, and because you just never know when you're going to get a grant, and they want something that at least it's a reconciled statement.
Yeah.
And so to keep it up monthly,
Yeah.
it really, really helps.
Yeah, it makes your life easier.
Yeah, it does.
Well, and it gives you more agility to react to, we had a shortfall in donations this month. Well, we know.
Yeah.
We know, and we know
Yeah.
how we know what expenses are coming up, and we can kind of play around that a
Yeah.
little bit because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a lot of classification work, and we've spent a lot of time together, like really fine tuning the engine of the books that is
Yes.
Cultural Arts Fest.
And I think, and in the end, for us, when we come to have a grant application, and we can write in some of our financial statement side, who is supporting us on the financial side in helping keeping our books, and then that we also have a third-party reconciliation.
Right.
That for certainly our local foundations is the transparency that a nonprofit needs.